All right, guys. So we will be discussing this topic here. Now, what you are reading here, what you are seeing here is absolutely correct. The world is shocked by Israel's recent action. Several world leaders are pleading with the United Nations that Israel must be stopped. Otherwise, there is a looming threat of two-front war. And some geopolitical analysts are even suggesting that it might not just be a two-front war, but could escalate to a seven-front war or a multi-front war because Israel is killing people in huge numbers without any pause. And recently in Lebanon, around 560 people has been killed by Israel, including 40 to 50 children among those dead, and numerous. Before, if you look at Gaza, more than 41,000 people has been killed. So Israel is doing this, without any mercy and very cruel. So the world leaders are asking the UN to stop Israel, otherwise there can be a huge war. And numerous articles related to this are being published worldwide, highlighting the situation in Lebanon. And again, I must add that the Lebanese total population, if you look at it, it's just 5 to 5.5 million, and out of which 560 people are killed in a this population, which is numerous, enormous in number. And out of fear, more than 5 lakh people, Lebanese people, are displaced or evacuated and fled from their homes, which is again come from 10% of the population if you look at this. So the recent airstrikes by Israel, that video have been surfaced, and the data that is coming out are you know very very difficult and very cruel also. If we set it, if you keep Ukraine Russia war aside, this kind of attack, no country have attacked another on such a massive scale in recent times. So it should also be noted that in Gaza, Israel has already killed over 41,000 people. Now, as the death toll slowly approaches 600, the war between Hezbollah and Israel is intensifying. Even the words, the open words are now being used, such as open war, we will not stop. Although there is no official declaration of war has been made so far, but verbally and through missile attacks, it seems that the war has already begun, and there is no doubt in that. So, informally, or Israel informally, you can say it's already engaged in two-front war. On one side, it's Hamas, and on the other side, it Hezbollah. And against Hamas, it is slightly, they reduce the intensity, but now they are going heavily against Hezbollah. We have discussed about the pager attack and everything. And recently, at the United Nations General Assembly session, which takes place in New York, world leaders from around the globe have gave speeches, and everyone was condemning and asking Israel to stop, etc. Even Modi was also present over there. And one notable thing is about Erdogan. If we talk about Erdogan, okay, yeah, this we have discussed. And if you have noticed, from 2019 to 2023, whenever Erdogan, come to this, and in his speech, he always mentioned Kashmir, right? When Article 370 was initially removed, he used very aggressive language also. And in recent times, his language has become a bit more restrained, but he still mentioned Kashmir. But in 2024, if you look at, even Erdogan recently addressed the UN, he completely forgot about Kashmir because he have more priorities now. There is no mention of Kashmir because the figures coming out of Gaza and Lebanon is so disturbing, and what Israel is doing have become the main issue for Turkey at this point of time. So Erdogan even went as far as saying that Netanyahu is doing, what he's doing today is what Hitler did during the World War II. And Erdogan also stated at the United Nations that Israel's action will require an alliance to stop them. And, we were discussed about this, that an Islamic alliance is looking for and other things. So Turkey is openly talking about forming an Islamic alliance where Islamic countries should unite and come together and send a large number of military force to Palestine and try to protect Palestinian people and finish off Israel, or perhaps even Lebanon, to ensure that Israel is no longer kills these innocent Muslims. So I hope the point is very clear. Of course, this is Erdogan's perspective. Whether such a group can be formed at this ground level remains to be seen, and it's uncertain, especially at the time when pro-US government have come into power in Pakistan and Bangladesh. So, if you look at the Muslim majority population is mostly coming from these two countries, and Indonesia, if you look at, usually does not participate in such kind of matters. So, where will they bring the soldiers on such massive scale? How will this be achieved? All these are big question. It is very difficult. But Erdogan has now openly started calling for an Islamic alliance at the UN to stop Israel, and which is a necessity at this point of time, according to Erdogan. Several world leaders have echoed the sentiment. Even if you look at the president of Maldives and the president of Iran, all were talking about the same. Now, several geopolitical thinkers are saying that the Israel might face a seventh front war in the future. On one side, Hamas, and the other side, Hezbollah, which is already going on, and Turkey may join, Iran may join, including Syria, could have all possible attack on Israel together is possible. So, you know. For now, I can say that at least Israel has the complete and unwavering support of the USA. That's a unconditional support that Israel is actually getting now. You might have seen Donald Trump in his election speeches repeatedly stating that if he comes to power again, if he becomes president again, what he's saying is he will further increase his support for Israel. Okay, so Trump have said that he wants Iran to be wiped off from the face of the earth. So you can see. Let me see if the statement is there or not. Yeah. So you can see Donald Trump's statement. Hope in quotes, America wipes Iran off the face of the earth from the face of the earth. So let me be very clear here. If Trump wins, although his victory seems difficult and rare chance now, but if he does win, he would not be, he would be the most pro-Israel president ever. I can say that. And he would do great things for Israel. He can go to any level. He can extend unconditional support to any extent he can go. And Iran might genuinely face a two-front war at that point of time, with Israel on one side and US on the other side. And this can be a very much, happening possibility if Trump, get the presidency again. On the other hand, if you see, Trump also said that if Kamala Harris become the president of US, in that particular case, Israel would cease to exist. Israel will be wiped off in that case because Israel won't get the support from US. That's his statement. Israel would not receive the same level of support. And when Israel faces a multi-front war, now, okay, Israel can manage Hezbollah and Hamas. But in case if Israel need to face Iran on one side, and then Syria and multi-front war, Turkey on the other side, then it's finished. Israel will be wiped off from the map. That's what Trump said. So Trump's statements are quite extreme, but if you look at the situation from all sides, whether it is at the UN, or from Israel statements or from Hezbollah statement, everyone is now talking about a final full-fledged war. That is something which is essential, it looks like. Now you might ask why there is a need for war, why we can't live without war, right? Why there is no peace. You might also wonder why Israel is bombing Lebanon so blindly and killing 560 people in airstrikes. It's not a small matter, right? As I've already told you about the population of that country. Now, why did so many people die in Lebanon? Why they kill so many people, innocent people, civilians, including children? So Israel have a different argument here. I'll come with a justification of Israel. See, they are saying that Hezbollah hides a lot of missiles under people's home. And recently, Israeli Defense Force released a video showing where the cruise missiles are stored in, Lebanon. So the answer is inside the homes of Israeli, Lebanese civilians, because Lebanese civilians are allowing the Hezbollahs to keep the weapons in their home. So, they are also supposed to take the threat. But Israel have told that they will give the warning for evacuation and then they will bomb, right? Attack. So let's take a look at the, if you look at over the 20 years, the terror army that effectively controls southern Lebanon, Hezbollah, has been paying Lebanese civilians to store the rockets launchers, explosives, missiles, cruise missiles inside their home. Now this is huge accusation from Israel. Israel is openly saying that Hezbollah pays Lebanese citizens to take money and quietly store these missiles under their homes. In response, what can anyone say? Israel is openly justifying why they bomb civilians. They believe that by creating human shields around weapons, they will be able to defend them. You see, Israel on one side continues to defend its right to exist. Israel is saying that it's their right to exist, and if the civilians are becoming a threat to them, it has to be solved at any point of time and at any cost also. But Israel said that they'll urge the civilian of southern Lebanon to evacuate the danger zone, and they have now destroyed those cruise missiles. They will attack anyway, but they have made it very clear they'll give the warning. So these missiles could have reached virtually anywhere in Israel if Hezbollah have a chance to launch it. So you see, Israel is saying from its statement that they will continue bombing these civilians' home, but will give a warning for evacuation first. So if they want to, you can get out of that area, get evacuated, and save yourself. Otherwise, they will also be bombed, because it's a question of existence according to Israel. That's how they justify this. Now, the situation is currently very tense. Unfortunately, I have to say that it seems that Israel will continue these types of strikes in Lebanon, and the death toll is likely to rise in the near future. And I won't be surprised if there is a seventh front war is also happening in future, where Israel is going to face huge threat from Turkey and Iran on the other side. So let's see what is going to happen. That's it, guys. You can comment below your opinion, your thoughts on the same, and see you in the next video.